Izumi, Oni-chan running to hug him. Izuku, Izumi hugging back. Izumi, I missed you so much, increasing the strength of the hug. Izuku, calm down, she's your sister, don't do something stupid, me too. Katsumi, ahem. Izuku, oh hello Katsumi, guys how have you been? Kirishima, well Izu bro I'm surprised you guys got here so fast. Momo, it's more surprising that you don't, because if I remember correctly you left long before us. Katsumi, yes, but that idiot over there pointing at Bakugo got confused and took us to the fucking Kalos Central. Bakugo, it's not my fault the map was upside down. Katsumi is wearing the clothes of the female character Omega Ruby, and since the most voted was Izuku's design from black and white too, Izumi has the female protagonist's outfit Mina. Whatever, with her typical cheerful attitude you already challenged the gym. Izuku/Kendo yes. Bakugo, knowing you, you must have lost your nerd annoying the girls in Izuku's group, like his sister and Izumi, with the comment. Kendo, in fact, Midoriya got his medal without losing any Pokémon. Bakugo, what amazed. Momo, and her Rowlet faced a powerful Heracross and won speaking proudly. Izuku, girls it's not that bad embarrassed. Kaminari, that's amazing Midoriya. Bakugo, tch. Melissa, I won't let you insult my man, excuse me, can I see your badge? Receiving no response from the asshole, oh you must have, you still haven't got it and the one you call a nerd got it without losing any Pokémon. Bakugo, irritated Kirishima, Katsumi let's go to the fucking gym walking at a fast pace, I won't let Deku beat me. Kirishima, wait. Katsumi, I have to go, seeing Midoriya, see you later. Izuku winking at him. Izuku, oh dumbfounded. Izumi, Oni-chan pulling him by the cheeks, the only one you should pay attention to is me. Izuku, sorry. Jiru, how about we talk while we wait for them to return? Everyone agreed, entering the establishment and leaving their Pokémon so they could rest. At that time Mina and Izumi were talking about their first contest that would take place in Relief City. Jiru was helping Momo create an outfit for her Piplup for the contest, while the aforementioned played with Jiru's Wishmer. Izuku and Kendo were talking about their strategies for the next gym, and Melissa was looking at plans of some inventions, most of them being mysteriously security systems for the Prism Tower as plans for it. Kaminari, who came with drinks for everyone, approached Melissa looking at the plans. Kaminari, what is that? Melissa, Kia. Melissa, come on, think of something, I had something that was given to my dad. Kaminari, okay fine, smiling, take your drink. Melissa, thank you, she believed it. Izuku, and where will your first performance be, girls? Izumi, in Relief City. Mina, I want to show everyone what Gummy and I are capable of, hugging her Pokémon. Momo, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but the winner of that contest will be Piplup and me. Piplup, of course, bowing. Izumi, I will be the future queen of Kalos and you will not stop me. Izuku, how lively they look. After 1 hour the others returned with faces of total exhaustion but proudly showing their medals. After having lunch both groups were ready to head to their next destination, but there was a small problem. Bakugo, stop following us, you damn nerd. Izuku, but it's the only way there is. Kaminari, and I don't think we'll make it to Vanitas town in time. Kendo, there is no other option but to camp. Momo/Melissa, go camping. Everyone accepted, and while Izuku, Kirishima and Kaminari helped put up the tents, Momo and Katsumi set the table, and Izumi and Bakugo cooked, and Jiru and Mina filled the bowls for the Pokémon. Bakugo, shit on the table now. Everyone sat down and started eating. Kendo, it's delicious. Izuku, I didn't know you were so good at cooking kachan. Bakugo, PFF, I do everything perfectly. Katsumi, except to guide you. Bakugo, yes, you will be, with a vein marked on his head. Mina, let's talk about something else. With the Pokémon it was almost the same because Pichu had finished first and was jumping on Mina's Gumi. Pichu, this is fun. Gumi, hey this tickles. The others were talking among themselves except for Fennekin, who was away from them while eating slowly. Fennekin, I'd like to talk to someone, but I don't think they'd like to talk to someone as boring as me. Rowlet was having an argument with Bakugo Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil, I still can't believe a ball with legs beat a Heracross. Rowlet, who are you calling a ball with legs, a blind rat? Both of them collided heads, wanting to attack each other at any moment when Cyndaquil got into a fighting stance. Rowlet, you'll regret it. Cyndaquil, you think you scare me, I'm fire and you're a plant, so you don't care. They were ready to launch, but Rowlet saw Fennekin, who was alone and with a sad expression. Rowlet, to hell with the fight. Hey Totodile, Cyndaquil says your trainer is useless. Totodile, I will teach you to respect my trainer. And while Totodile bit Cyndaquil and he begged for mercy, Rowlet flew away until he landed next to Fennekin without being hurt. Rowlet, boo. Fennekin Kia jumping. Rowlet, ha 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 ha. Fennekin, too, don't see what's gr funny about it, embarrassed. Rowlet, sorry, I couldn't help it, why aren't you with the others? Fennekin, I feel like I don't fit in with them. Rowlet, come on, they'll like you, grabbing her with one of his wings. He was able to take her to where the other Pokémon were and they looked at her, but she, in a panic, said nothing. Rowlet, guys, she is Fennekin, she is somewhat shy but she is a great friend, I hope you get along with her. Everyone started to approach her and talk to her, which made her very happy since she had made a lot of friends that night, thanks to Rowlet, who looked at her and gave her a smile before continuing to talk to Chespin, without realizing that he had planted a beautiful feeling in the heart of the fox Pokémon. Izuku, yawning, well I think I'll go to sleep. Bakugo, not so fast, damn nerd. Izuku, what's up Kachan? Bakugo, I challenge you to a Pokémon battle. Mina, don't you think it's very late? Katsumi, better do it tomorrow. Bakugo, I didn't ask you guys, looking at Deku, what are you saying? Will you fight or run away like the coward you are? Izuku, I accept. Momo, Izuku worried. Bakugo, fine, it will be 2 against 2. So both of them got into their respective places with Kaminari being the referee. Kaminari, please take out your Pokémon. Bakugo, good, taking out a Pokéball, defeat those losers Mankey. Izuku, go ahead Pichu. Pichu, finally my first official fight jumping. Kaminari, begin. Bakugo, come closer with a karate punch. Izuku, Thundershock. Both attacks collided, creating a smokescreen. Izuku, keep pushing and use charm. Pichu, please don't attack me. Mankey, shit, it's too much cuteness. Izuku, now use Thundershock. A powerful electric shock was directed towards Mankey, managing to injure him. Bakugo, don't be an idiot, it's a farce, now come with a low kick. Mankey, this time I won't fall for your tricks. This time he was able to connect a powerful blow to the small Pokémon, but thanks to charm he was able to mitigate the damage. Bakugo, now karate punch. Mankey, die. Pichu, at the mercy of Mankey's attacks, could not defend himself. Bakugo, throw it and finish it with a low kick. Obeying his trainer, he took him by the head and threw him, preparing the final blow, but small sparks emerged from his body, immobilizing him. Kaminari, that was static electricity. Izuku, let's take advantage of that and use Thunder Shock. In the air, Pichu managed to maneuver by launching his famous Thunder Impact, colliding with Mankey. Izuku, double team and then Thunder Shock. Pichu, at your service. Bakugo, don't stay still, damn it, and defend yourself with a karate blow. Pichu ran towards Mankey, starting to multiply and launch thunderbolts. Mankey hit all the Pikas with karate blows, but they were only a clone and his body paralyzed, receiving a series of thunderbolts that left him out of combat. Kirishima, incredible. Kaminari, defeated one of Katsuki's Pokémon. Mankey can't continue, therefore Pichu is the winner. Izuku, well done Pichu, high five with him. Pichu, take that. Bakugo, returning it to the Pokéball, pathetic looking at Deku, I don't know why you're celebrating if you were lucky that your Pokémon's ability activated, otherwise it would be my Mankey's punching bag. Momo, whispering to Kendo, I think he's upset that he lost. Izumi, come on Oni-chan. Bakugo, don't let me down like the other Cyndaquil, calling his Pokémon to battle. Izuku, good, use double Equa. Bakugo, smokescreen. The Fire Mouse Pokémon exhaled a curtain of smoke, preventing the view from being seen. Izuku, Pichu, be alert. Bakugo, quick attack. Pichu, what the hell? Pichu was abruptly rammed into a tree, knocking him out. What a F-force. Kaminari, Pichu can't continue, so Cyndaquil is the winner. Izuku, what the hell? Bakugo, you still don't understand, insect, no matter the strategy you use against me or the friendship with your team, those are pure idiocies in a fight. Strength is everything, smiling, and I'm going to make sure that it stays engraved in your memory for life. Izuku, Rowlet, go. Cyndaquil, I'll finally kick your ass. Rowlet, we'll see. Bakugo, embers. Izuku, fly and dodge it. Rowlet took flight dodging his enemy's attacks. Izuku, come closer with Peck. Bakugo, don't let him and use smoke screen. A black mist appeared again, but it was no problem for Rowlet and he was able to land 4 pecks on the back. Bakugo, light up. Cyndaquil, take this. Cyndaquil's back filled with fire, burning Rowlet and receiving an ember. Izuku, Rowlet worried. Bakugo, we're not done yet, use quick attack. Izuku, foliage. Both attacks collided, but Cyndaquil kept approaching Rowlet until it managed to hit it, staying a few centimeters away. Bakugo, embers. Izuku, foliage. Rowlet / Cyndaquil, ah. A few centimeters away they launched their attacks, creating a large curtain of smoke and hearing something hit a tree. Izuku, Rowlet. Indeed, it was the plant starter who was now on the ground and was slowly getting up with determination in his eyes. Rowlet, no. I will lose. Bakugo hated many things, but the first and by far was the stupid Deku. Always helping others and falling in love with his sister was something he couldn't tolerate about him. Now there was another thing he hated, and it was that Rowlet, because at that moment he had the same look of not giving up as Deku, and that infuriated him. Bakugo, that stupid Pokemon is just like the nerd, uses raw attack. Rowlet had fallen unconscious to the ground, giving Bakugo the victory in the battle, which only increased his pride and ideology. Bakugo, I told you in a fight your friendship doesn't matter, strength is what matters, and with it you become the strongest. Going to a store. Izuku gave his Pokemon a berry to help them recover, hoping they would be scolded. Izuku, stroking both of their heads, they did very well, we have to try harder if we want to be stronger. Pichu, Rowlet, Fletchling, yes. Izuku, okay, let's go to sleep. They got into their camping tent, but Rowlet was grabbed by Fennekin, who told him that she was going to sleep with her and Melissa so that nothing would happen to her. Rowlet settled in and put one of her wings on Fennekin so that she would be more comfortable. Fennekin, you are very warm, settling into his wing. With Izuku, he was asleep without realizing that 2 female figures entered and got into his sleeping bag, both sleeping on the green-haired man's chest. The next day, the sun had risen, giving a beautiful view of nature. Our protagonist was getting up. Izuku, feeling something soft. I thought Rowlet had stayed with Melissa. He absent-mindedly squeezed what he was holding. Kya. Izuku, turning pale, please tell me this is a joke, looking down. Oh no. His arms were wrapped around Izumi and Katsumi in an awkward position. Izuku, ah. Momo, what happened? Arriving and seeing the scene, Izuku. Dark aura surrounding her. Izuku, it's not what it looks like. Momo, taking out Piplup, inappropriate. After that misunderstanding, our heroes were ready to leave, but both groups would go their separate ways. Kirishima, we will go through those mountains, I will try to catch another male Pokemon, and you. Kendo, we'll go straight to Vanitas town. Mina, so it's goodbye. Izuku, I guess so. Izumi, Oni-chan. Izuku, what happened? Izumi, see, can I playing with her fingers travel with you? Izuku, smiling and stroking his head, of course. Both groups went on different routes under the sad gaze of Katsumi, who also wanted to travel with them but had to be with her brother. Izuku, Kachan waits. Bakugo, what do you want, loser? Without turning to look at him. Izuku, you say that my friendship with my Pokemon is my weakness and your strength will make you invincible. Bakugo, until you finally realize Deku. Izuku, but you are wrong, I will show you that with my great weakness I will defeat your invincibility. Bakugo, walking the result will be the same, but it will be interesting to see. With that statement, Bakugo's group left the sight of our protagonists. Izumi, holding Izuku's hand, let's fulfill our dreams. Oni-chan starting to run. Momo / Kendo / Melissa, wait. Jealous. A new member joins our heroes and a statement is released from Midoriya to Bakugo. Our heroes after that conversation headed towards Vanitas town, managing to reach the town. Izuku, until we finally arrived. Izumi, look at the huge castle. Kendo, wow. Momo, my house is bigger, downplaying it. The boys, damn rich people. The boys had a good time in the town until they decided to continue on their route to reach Relief City, but they couldn't continue because a Snorlax blocked their way. Izuku, with a demon, what was missing? Melissa, calm down, we just have to wait for him to wake up. I highly doubt he'll wake up. Behind them was an elderly man. Izumi, why do you say that, sir? Old man, the only way to wake him up is with the poke flute, but unfortunately a couple of weeks ago it was confiscated from the defunct castle and now we won't be able to celebrate the village festival. Sad. Izuku, taking the old man's shoulder, don't worry, we'll get the poke flute and the festival will be able to take place. Smiling. The girls, seeing such a charming gesture, could only sigh and looked at Izuku with dreamy eyes. Kendo, he's so kind. Momo, he's quite the gentleman. Izumi, it's so. All, Izuku. Izuku, they said something, turning to look at them. Melissa, what are we going for the poke flute? Our heroes set off towards Kaduko Castle, but there was a certain problem. Izuku, how come we can't get in? Soldier, sorry, but access is prohibited. Melissa, but it says it's open to the public. The soldier, upon seeing the sign, had his Litleo burn the sign in front of the boys. Soldier, I don't see any sign, so go. Izumi, hey, that's unfair. Momo, we demand to speak to the owner of the place. In the end they were thrown out of the castle. Kendo, stupid rich people kicking a tree. Momo, hey. Kendo, not you. While the girls were arguing, Izuku saw the wall that separated them from the castle. Melissa, what are you doing, Izuku? Izuku, smiling, I think I found a way to get into the castle. Kendo, really? Izuku, if you just wait here, I'll be back with her, let's go. Rowlet Fletchling. The aforementioned only rose while waiting for their coach's orders. Izuku, okay guys, I need you to lift me up to pass that wall. Rowlet/Fletchling, what? Momo, you know that's impossible, right? Izuku, I believe in them now, let's go. And after an attempt where they lifted Izuku up to the middle of the wall. Kendo, to hell with this, meditate, help them. Meditate, here we go, cracking his neck. With its psychic powers the Pokémon helped Izuku cross the wall, entering the castle. Izuku, okay Fletchling, Rowlet, split up and fly over the castle. His Pokémon nodded, flying off to find the poke flute as they were watched by a person. Miss, what do you want to do with the intruder? The young woman just took a sip of her tea, pondering what to do. Bring it here, Charles. As you ordered, Miss. Retiring. This will be interesting, don't you think, Gotharita? Gotharita, yes teacher. With Izuku he walked stealthily through the mansion until he was caught. Take him to the lady, putting a bag over his head. Izuku, help. Rowlet, leave my trainer alone. Fletchling, or they will suffer the consequences. Sleeping pill. Fletchling, oh hell, falling asleep. Rowlet, why, I don't learn that sleeping. Izuku, this will be ugly. After a few minutes he woke up again and found himself in an elegant room. I see you're finally waking up. Izuku, ah. Ha 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 ha, calm down, I won't hurt you. I just want to know what an intruder is doing in my castle. After a few minutes and regaining some vision, he could see a beautiful girl with light blue hair, eyes of the same color but darker, and a monocle on her left eye. She was wearing a white uniform with a red bow. Izuku, wait, where are my Pokémon? Don't worry, they're sleeping there. And indeed the Pokémon were sleeping, with Rowlet being the first to wake up. Rowlet, what happened? Kya tilde, how cute. Gotharita, upon seeing the Alolan starter, broke her serious posture and ran to hug him as if he were a stuffed animal. Gotharita, you're so soft, hugging him tighter. Rowlet, no, I breathe. Well, since you saw that they are fine, how about you tell me the truth now? Izuku, well, his explanation was stopped when he saw that it caught his attention, that is the Unova Encyclopedia. How do you know? Izuku, he has information on all the species in Unova, who wouldn't like it? I thought she was weird, whispering. Izuku, what did you say? And nothing, playing with the strands of her hair. I will forgive you on one condition. Izuku, which one? Why, you have to read the book W with me. Izuku, sure? So they started reading the book, although Izuku was still tied to a chair, and the girl read and shared interesting facts with the green-haired boy because it was the first time she read with someone and she liked that feeling. With the other girls they suddenly let them pass and began to look for Izuku, ready with their Pokémon partners for anything, until they arrived at a room where a tied Izuku was and the girl lying face down while moving her legs as if she were a little girl. Nobody understood the situation except a brunette. Momo, Psycho, amazed. Psycho, Momo equally surprised. What are you doing here? Momo, more importantly, why is Izuku tied up? Kendo, they know each other. Momo, sighing yes, her parents are friends of mine and we lived together several times, but she is a very conceited person. Psycho, being better than you is not being conceited, you're just jealous, foo 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 foo. Momo, come and tell me to my spoiled face. Psycho, the donkey talking about dairy cow ears butting heads. While their discussion continued with the Pokémon, Pichu came out of his trainer's Pokéball and woke up his winged companion by shocking him. Fletchling, ah, don't do that, Pichu. Pichu, sorry Sniff, I thought something had happened to you Sniff and I got scared starting to cry. Fletchling, hey friend, calm down, I'm fine and nothing will separate us, hugging him with his wing. Flabebe, hey Piplup. Piplup, yes. Flabebe, don't you think we should keep an eye on Fennekin? Piplup, why, oh now I understand. The Kalos initial saw the scene of how his Rowlet was being cuddled sweetly by a complete stranger while his eyes lost their shine and he breathed fire. Meditate, Fennekin, calm down, we don't want anything to happen. Psycho, anyway, what do they want? Izuku, remembering it's true, the poke flute. Psycho, the one who? Melissa, we need the poke flute to wake up Snorlax and continue on our way so the festival can take place. Psycho, okay, remembering that her new friend would leave if she gives them the poke flute, I don't want to be alone, again, wait. Izumi, now what? The light blue-haired girl remembered a phrase she had read from a book in her parents' library. I'll give you the poke flute, approaching Izuku, oh only if you do something for me in return, looking at him mischievously. The girls were speechless with that offer. Izuku, that isn't a poke flute, extremely blushing. The girls, absolutely not. After several hours of other alternatives by the girls and insinuations from the light blue-haired girl towards Izuku, they finally decided to have a Pokemon battle. Psycho, well, who of you will face me? Momo, I'll do it ahead, Piplup. Fennekin, you better defeat her. Piplup, that was more of a threat than words of encouragement. Psycho, I won't let them take away my first friend, Gotharita, I choose you. The aforementioned continued hugging Rowlet but had to obey her trainer's orders. Gotharita, releasing Rowlet, leaving him sitting. Don't worry my fluffy ball of love, I'll finish this quickly, giving him a kiss on the forehead and turning to his trainer, adopting his serious face again. Rowlet, she's crazy, gathering air. Izuku, what Pokemon could that be? Taking out his Pokédex. Pokédex, Gotharita, the manipulator Pokemon, derives its power from starlight. At night, it marks its position by levitating stones with its psychic power. Izuku, wow. Momo, okay, let's start. Piplup, Bubble Beam. Psycho, Shadow Ball. Both attacks collided. Psycho, now use Psycho Beam. Gotharita, I won't let you separate me from me, Fluffy Ball, launching the attack and being dodged. Momo, get close and use Peck. Piplup, I'm sorry but I promised Fennekin that I would defeat you. The penguin Pokemon landed a total of 4 pecks, wounding Psycho's Pokemon. Psycho, fake crying. Gotharita, boo-ah. The Pokemon's crying made Piplup feel very bad, lowering its special defense drastically, something that Momo didn't know. Momo, crying won't solve anything. Piplup attacks once again with a sting. Psycho, fell into the trap, Gotharita protection. A barrier protected Gotharita from Piplup's attack. Psycho, now Psycho Beam. The barrier had been shattered and immediately Gotharita's hands generated a pink energy. Piplup, this is going to hurt. Bam! Piplup flew out crashing into the wall, leaving him unconscious. Psycho, a Pokemon artist must know all the movements to use them to her advantage, and I see that the great Momo Yaoyorozu is still lacking in that aspect. It seems that victory is mine. Momo just looked down as she approached Piplup. Momo, you did well, friend, now take a break. Piplup, sniff, sorry. The penguin Pokemon, depressed for embarrassing his trainer, used his wing to cover his eyes from which tears were coming out. Psycho, I guess there is no poke flute. Izuku, please wait, without the poke flute, people won't be able to celebrate the festival. When mentioning the town festival, she remembered when she was a child and went to the festival with her parents and had fun watching the shows and trying the delicious food, but all that changed when her parents' business became popular and they had to travel constantly, leaving her alone. Psycho, okay, I'll give them the poke flute. Izumi, great. Psycho, disappointed at the exit, they will give you the poke flute so you can go now, let's go. Gotharita. The Pokemon forcibly released Rowlet as she walked alongside her trainer. Momo, okay, let's go, frustrated by her defeat. The girls started walking towards the exit while the green-haired boy and his Pokémon looked at Psycho with some sadness. Izuku, wait. Reaching out and taking her hand. Psycho, what do you need? Trying to hide her sadness. Izuku, would you like to join us to see the festival? Psycho, seriously. Izuku, of course, smiling. Psycho, I gladly accept. Izuku hugging him, making the girls jealous and Momo even more. Rowlet, you know Gotharita, if you stop calling me Fluffy Ball I think we could be good friends. Gotharita, of course, hugging him again, then I can tell you Roly. Rowlet, of course that's much better than a fluffy ball, blushing. Gotharita, then we go to the festival. Now our protagonists along with their new friend Psycho deliver the poke flute, managing to awaken the Snorlax and starting the festival, giving a moment of fun and relaxation to the kids. Melissa, let's go see the shows. Izumi, good idea, I would like to have more ideas for my contests, let's go. Torchic. Torchic, yeah, I will see pretty dresses jumping for joy. Kendo, are you joining us, Momo? Momo, of course I would like to see a live show and I would like to cheer on Piplup a little. Izumi, come with us. Oni-chan. Izuku, seeing Psycho at a food stand, you guys go and I'll catch up with you later. Izumi, okay, but remember grabbing him by the shirt, you better not flirt, understood? Izuku, that was strange, sure. Izumi, with an angelic aura, okay, see you later. With the girls watching the show, the green-haired boy went to where Psycho was, where she and her Gotharita were tasting the food while Psycho wrote it down in a small notebook and Gotharita meticulously looked at the dish. Izuku, what are you doing, Psycho? Psycho, tasting and writing down this delicious dish. Izuku, interesting. Psycho, true with emotion. Izuku, of course. Now both young men were sitting on a bench eating ice cream. Izuku, so starting the conversation, since when do you like cooking? Psycho, as long as I can remember, I always dreamed of making people happy with my dishes, looking at her ice cream with a small smile, but my father said it was stupid and that I should dedicate myself to the family business. Izuku, I don't think it's a stupid dream, I think it's a great dream. Psycho, seriously amazed. Izuku, my dream is to defeat the Kalos champion and become a Pokémon master. What is yours, Psycho? Psycho was ashamed to share her dream because everyone she told it to made fun of her or told her it was impossible. Psycho, if I tell you, you promise not to make fun of it. Izuku, I promise. Psycho, my dream is to surpass Chef Toyomitsu. Izuku, you mean the best chef in Kalos and member of the Fat Gum High Command, receiving a nod from the girl. Psycho, I know it sounds stupid to achieve something like that. Looking down. Gotharita, so that's why we've never tried it. Izuku, I don't see it as impossible, if you really try hard you can achieve everything you set out to do. Rowlet, if that's your dream then follow it until you achieve it. Psycho, and what happens if I fail? Gotharita, and if I'm wrong? Izuku, then try until you don't fail again. Rowlet, learn from your mistakes and you will improve so you never make the same mistakes again. Izuku, what I'm trying to say is that Pokémon and trainer stood in front of the girls as fireworks appeared behind them. Izuku/Rowlet, don't give up without trying. Badump. Their hearts beat frantically as their cheeks turned pink. Gotharita Roly hugging him and rubbing his cheek with the Alolan owl. Psycho, thank you for those words. Izuku, it's nothing, scratching his cheek. What do you think if we go with the others? Psycho, of course, remembering B about the poke flute thing, I'm really sorry, embarrassed and nervous. Izuku, D don't worry, just as nervous. In the end, the boys spent a happy night at the festival and the green-haired boy had revived a dead dream for that young woman. The next day our protagonists continued their journey towards Relief City. Kendo, hey Izuku, can I know who gave you that? Jealous. Izuku along with Rowlet, Pichu and Fletchling were eating some cupcakes. Izuku's had a green cream while Pichu and Fletchling's had a design of themselves. Pichu, it's delicious with cheeks full of cream. Fletchling, I agree, finishing the last cupcake. But Rowlet's had a chocolate heart as an ornament. Rowlet, Gotharita cooks very well, unaware that a murderous aura had formed from that comment. Fennekin, remembering all the hugs Rowlet received, I wish I had arms. And so they continued on their way to Relief City while in Vanitas town. Psycho was preparing a backpack while leaving the castle with Gotharita, not without first seeing the poke flute. Psycho, who would have thought that my world would change because of a poke flute? Smiling, come on Gotharita, it's time to fulfill our dream. Gotharita, just wait Rolly, I'll make you fall in love with me with my food. That day the green-haired trainer along with his starter forged a new adventure for Psycho and his Gotharita that more adventures would await our heroes. Our heroes continued their journey to obtain the second medal and be one step closer to fulfilling their dreams. They decided to rest for a while. Izuku, I'm going to explore the forest a little, see you later. Momo, I'm going too. While the girls were preparing some snacks, Izuku and Momo went into the forest until they heard sounds of something crashing. Izuku, what the hell is that? Momo, Izuku looks. The scene showed a floating sword as it fought a rabbit-shaped Pokémon. Momo, that's a Baniri but I don't know what the other Pokémon is. Izuku, let's see pointing the Pokédex at the unknown Pokémon. Pokédex, Honedge the sword Pokémon if someone dares to grasp it, it wraps its blue cloth around the unfortunate person's arm and absorbs all their energy until they lose consciousness. Izuku, how cool, pointing at Baniri. Pokédex, Baniri the rabbit Pokémon has curled ears. 8. Pokédex, Baniri the rabbit Pokémon it has curled ears. When it extends them, it strikes with such force that it can even break rocks. Momo, I want that Baniri. Izuku, Honedge sounds interesting, let's catch them. Momo, come on, Flabebe uses Vine Whip on Baniri. Izuku Pichu uses Quick Attack on Honedge. Both attacked but Flabebe's attack was dodged by Baniri, so she took advantage and approached Flabebe to wrap her ear and give her a powerful blow that made her retreat. Baniri, sorry friend but you'll need a lot more than that to win me over, showing a flirtatious smile. Izuku, amazing, that was a high hook. Pichu, ah. Pichu's attack had no effect on Honedge. Pichu, with his eyes rolled. Honedge, insolent. Slash. Pichu received Fury Cut, slamming him into the ground. Momo, they are strong. Izuku, then let's get serious. Momo, I don't want to lose again, Flabebe uses Fairy Wind. Izuku, Pichu uses Charm and then Scheming. Pichu had used Scheming and Charm, lowering his opponent's attack and greatly increasing his special attack. Baniri, you're too slow. The rabbit Pokémon elegantly dodged by jumping and using Quick Attack, attacking Flabebe several times. Momo, that elegance is perfect, Flabebe waits for my signal. Baniri had attacked again but with the difference that Flabebe used a Vine Whip to hold her down. Momo, Fairy Wind. Flabebe, sorry. Flabebe had launched her attack giving her a critical hit leaving her badly injured. Momo, Pokéball go. The Pokéball had hit its target and after a few minutes a glow emitted from the Pokéball revealing that the Pokémon had been caught. With Pichu and Honedge he had used Fury Cut again but was stopped by the small arms of the mouse Pokémon. Izuku, now Thunder Impact. Pichu, here. A powerful electric shock took Honedge which fell to the ground next to Pichu who had spiral eyes from having used so much electricity. Izuku, Pokéball go. After a few minutes the green-haired boy had another new capture. When he returned, they saw the other girls with their Pokémon, but there was something curious. Izuku, who are those? Izumi, Oni-chan look what I caught excited. Kendo, pushing Izumi mine is much prettier right Izuku showing his Pokémon. Melissa, that's not true, my Helioptile is much more tender. While the girls discussed the new Pokémon they joined the group starting with Helioptile who played with Pichu as they were the only electric types. Makuhita talked happily with Piplup, Scatterbug listened to everything Torchic told her about the contests and Baniri chatted with Flabebe and Honedge with Rowlet and Fletchling. Izuku, I was only gone for a few minutes and everyone caught a Pokémon. Melissa, you also caught new Pokémon. Momo, Izuku is right about that. Kendo, let's forget about that and go to lunch. Our heroes were having lunch outdoors while the Pokémon got to know each other better, but not far from there, 3 people were watching the boys. Toga, so when will we steal their twice Pokémon? Anxious. Twice, let's just wait for the moment Toga you know what to do. The aforementioned just smiled as he took out a Pokéball containing a Mawile. Toga, let's finish this and take the Pokémon to Sensei. All 3, for Team Rocket. The boys had finished their lunch and decided to practice a little with Izumi and Momo practicing together for their contest and Izuku and Kendo having a match while Melissa was the referee. Izuku, Honedge Fury Court. Kendo, Makuhita dodges and uses Bulk. Obeying he dodged the attack and increased his own but both Pokémon looked tired. Melissa, time out, your Pokémon need to rest. Makuhita, Good fight, friend. Hanej, I say the same, you were a worthy opponent. Makuhita, with a drop of sweat he. Izuku, that was amazing Kendo. Kendo, thank you happy for the comment from his secret love okay Bunnelby get ready. Izuku, Hanej take a break Rowlet come friend. Rowlet was talking to Fennekin when he heard his trainer's call. Rowlet, I have to go. Fennekin, Jay just don't get hurt so much. Rowlet, don't worry, I'll be back soon. Rowlet was about to take flight when she heard her friends whisper. Fennekin, I love you. Rowlet, me too showing innocence. Fennekin, kya. Rowlet turned her head and responded with a smile, then flew away, leaving a deeply blushing Fennekin. Fennekin baka smiling. Rowlet, ready Bunnelby stretching his wings. Bunnelby, whenever you want, friend. Melissa, start. While the fight began with the others they were improving their choreography. Izumi, Torchic uses Ember and Scatterbug uses Paralyzer. Both attacks collided creating small fireworks. Izumi, okay guys petting them I just need one more Pokemon. Momo, Piplup Bubbles and Baniri destroy them with High Hook. The water starter shot multiple bubbles that were destroyed by Baniri and will produce sparkles. Momo, now Flabebe uses Fairy Wind. Using the attack as a small tornado receiving all the brightness from the previous attacks forming a beautiful pink tornado that shone. Momo, we did it. Izuku, girls, it's time to move on. Izumi/Momo, here we go. The boys gathered together and continued on their way, coming across a house. Izuku, I find it strange that someone would want to live here. Izumi, reading a sign this is not a house, it's a Pokemon daycare. Melissa, seriously excited. Kendo, wow, I didn't know you were excited about that kind of thing. Melissa, you're kidding, Pokemon breeding is something extremely important and interesting for every trainer entering the nursery. Izuku, she looks cute when she's excited, come on girls. Upon entering they could see a small lobby with a man as the administrator and next to it a small corral where baby Pokemon played with each other. Welcome to the Pokemon daycare. They came to leave a Pokemon in my care. Izumi, actually we came because a friend is here. They talk about the blonde girl, receiving a yes, don't worry she is with the Pokemon if you want you can go with her. Receiving a small tour, our heroes were amazed by how the daycare and Pokemon breeding worked. Izuku, petting an Elekid and then what does he do with the Pokemon eggs? Sometimes we give them to young coaches who we know will take care of them lovingly or we also take care of them here. Kendo, amazing. Boom. An explosion shook the entire daycare as Toga and Twice deployed a net capturing all the Pokemon in the daycare. Izuku, who the hell are you guys angry? Toga/Twice, prepare for trouble. And better be afraid. Toga, to protect the world from devastation. Twice, to unite the people within our nation. Toga, to denounce the evils of truth and love. Twice, and extend our kingdom to the stars. Toga, and the sensual Twice. Toga, Team Rocket traveling at the speed of light. Twice, surrender now or prepare to fight. Melissa, bring back the Pokemon Fennekin uses Ember and Helioptile Thundershock. Twice, Sableye uses Protection. The Pokemon created a barrier protecting Toga from the attacks. Toga, now Mawile uses Bite. Mawile, I want to taste your blood, Firefox, The Pokemon launched itself at Fennekin but was intercepted by a Rowlet's Sharp Leaf and a Baniri's Quick Attack. Baniri, not bad, winking at him. Rowlet, thanks blushing. Izuku, Rowlet, Fletchling take care of Sableye, Pichu Hanej try to free the Pokemon. Sableye, let's fight. Twice, use Shadow Ball. Momo, Baniri, Piplup, Flabebe help them. Melissa/Izumi/Kendo, you too. All the Pokemon embarked on a fight to stop Team Rocket. Baniri and Piplup fought with Mawile and the others tried to free the Pokemon from the daycare. Makuhita, this is impossible using Push but nothing happened. Torchic, we can't give up using Peck. Fennekin, who saw all this and remembering all the plans that her trainer saw, came up with an idea. Fennekin, I have it Pichu Torchic Helioptile come with me Hanej at my signal cut the cable and the others catch all the Pokemon. Okay. So the three Pokemon climbed the cable until they reached the Meowth-shaped balloon back with the boys. Sableye fired Shadow Balls trying to hit Fletchling and defended herself from Rowlet's attacks. Izuku pecked both of them. They both charged their attack and approached Sableye. Twice, Vile Shadow. Sableye, hey. The Pokémon disappeared and appeared behind Rowlet, giving it a critical hit and then launching multiple shadow balls towards Fletchling, leaving it badly injured. Izuku, guys. Alarmed. Fletchling, no, I'm going to, lose starting to glow. Twice, this has to be a joke. Everyone watched intently as Fletchling changed, becoming taller and as the light dissipated, revealing his new evolution. Izuku, amazing using the Pokédex. Pokédex, Fletchlinder the fire Pokémon throws sparks from its beak and sets fire to tall grass to surprise its prey and catch them when they try to escape. Izuku, he learned a new move well. Fletchlinder uses nitrous charge. Fletchlinder, I'm fired up. His body was covered in fire as he charged at Sableye with speed. Twice, no. Izuku, Rowlet help with the Mawile. Fletchlinder, let's do this. Fletchlinder, I'm going to make you wish to be a water type, enveloping yourself in flames. Sableye, trembling, there's mommy. With Mawile she attacked to kill her enemies using Iron Head, pushing away Piplup and preparing a bite towards Baneri, which she just closed her eyes waiting for the blow. Rowlet, are you okay? Baneri, hey. Rowlet had been able to push Mawile away with foliage while Baneri looked at him in admiration for the strength he had. Piplup, my stomach hurts, rubbing where he received Mawile's attack. Momo, Piplup. Rowlet distract Mawile. Baneri attacks with quick attack. Toga, that doesn't matter. Mawile, finish them off with Moon Force.
Mawile, ha 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 ha, launching the attack.
Piplup / Rowlet, this bitch is crazy. Piplup and Rowlet attacked from a distance with Bubble and Sharp Leaf while Baneri struck quickly, preventing the Pokémon from defending itself. Izuku, Fletchlinder finishes him off with Nitrous Oxide and Rowlet uses Foliage. Momo, Piplup peck and Baneri high hook. Fletchlinder rammed Sableye, sending it flying while Piplup pecked at it and then stepped back so that she received Rowlet's Foliage, lifting her a little. Baneri, take this, crazy. Mawile received 2 high hooks, sending her flying along with Sableye towards Team Rocket's balloon. Toga, my Pokémon. Izumi, Scatterbug uses Delay Shot. Scatterbug, at your service. The silk threads tied the weakened Pokémon to the balloon while Pichu, Torchic, Helioptile, and Fennekin were in the engine of the device that powered everything. Fennekin, okay, let's go with everything. Yes. The fire initials threw out embers while Pichu and Helioptile used Thunderbolt, destroying the engine and weakening the rope. Honedge, be free little ones using Fury Cut. The little ones were released and they cried thinking they were going to die, but they were caught by Makuhita and the others. Kendo, meditate and use your psychic powers. Momo, Fairy Wind. Flabebe. Meditite using her psychic powers managed to keep the Pokémon while Flabebe used Fairy Wind like a tornado so that the Pokémon would slowly descend on her until they touched the ground. Twice, well Hiehei were leaving now, grabbing Toga to run away. Izuku, Pichu uses Thunder Shock. Melissa, you too, Helioptile. Pichu, take this. Helioptile, and never come back. Both attacks hit them, sending them flying along with their balloon. Toga / Twice Team Rocket has been defeated. They moved away until they looked like a small dot. Izumi, we did it, hugging Izuku. Momo, we won, imitating the action. Kendo, yes. Melissa, we are a good team. All the girls hugged the green-haired boy, falling down and rubbing their breasts all over the protagonist's body. Izuku, this is the best feeling I've ever felt in my life. Ha ha ha, you remind me of myself in my youth. After repairing the nursery as much as possible, our heroes set out to continue. Rowlet, how does it feel to be a fire type now? Fletchlinder, weird, but I'll get used to it. Pichu, you're even cooler than before getting on his back. Fletchlinder, you too will evolve soon, child, and you will be just as amazing as me flying. Pichu, well 5. Honedge, do you think evolution made him more proud? Rowlet, nah, leave him alone, wait until he realizes the next gym is rock type. Honedge, holding back laughter. But they would be interrupted by Baneri, who looked at Rowlet with some nervousness. Rowlet, hello Baneri. Baneri, you are strong. Rowlet, thanks. Baneri, teach me to be as strong as you. Rowlet, but your trainer doesn't want to be a Pokémon artist. Baneri, even so, in the contest there will be battles and I want to be stronger, bowing please, raising her head making puppy eyes. Rowlet, oh okay, I'll do my best and we'll become stronger together. Baneri, thank you hugging him. This scene left Fennekin very upset because of Rowlet's closeness to Baneri. Helioptile, are you okay? Fennekin, yes, I think so. Torchic, maybe you like my brother. Fennekin, don't say T nonsense, besides why would he be your brother? Torchic, well our trainers are brothers and both of us along with Piplup are the regional bird trio so that's why smiling. Fennekin, anyway I don't like it. Piplup, if you say so not very convinced I just hope Rowlet is okay, that girl sure knows how to hit remembering the hit and rubbing her stomach. But Fennekin only looked at Rowlet. Fennekin, no, I'm in love whispering. Thank you so much for saving the Pokémon from the daycare. Izumi, it was nothing, we just did the right thing. I would still like to thank you, entering the nursery, taking a while to get there, pushing a cart containing 4 incubators with an egg inside each one, you have proven to be well-intentioned trainers and I know that they will be in good hands with you. Kendo, this is too much, we couldn't accept such a gift. Izumi, these eggs must be worth a fortune and giving away 4 is crazy. The nursery is almost at its limit and I know you will take care of them, choose the one you like the most. Each one proceeded to grab an egg, Izuku's being a blue egg with some black details, Izumi's was white with green, Momo's was light brown with small lines resembling scales, Melissa's was silver with green and Kendo's was completely brown with a white mark. Izuku, I promise we will raise these Pokémon well. I know smiling. And so our heroes continued their way to Relief City. Meanwhile in Luminalia City in David's laboratory, he and All Might were talking to a guy with short black hair. So you're saying that the cause of the Prism Tower was the Great Flare? David, apparently that was a distraction from getting my research on Mega Evolution done. But I was able to stop Kurogiri before he could achieve anything. I see. Behind them, All Might's Blaziken looked with a challenging smile at the Pokémon that was behind the mysterious trainer, which was a black Greninja. Blaziken, how long since we last saw each other? Greninja, it was after the beating I gave you on Mount Silver with a small smile. Blaziken, I hadn't warmed up this time you'll bite the dust. Taking the topic of the Prism Tower David, from what I see your daughter has not fulfilled the role of gym leader and I do not want the committee to take her position. I thought you hated paperwork. I hate him but when I went to Fat Gum's restaurant he told me about it. David, he is on a journey to improve as a leader. He will soon return and take on his responsibility as a gym leader. Along with young Midoriya. Midoriya, that's not the name of the boy who saved Melissa in the Prism Tower. Exactly, in fact, he started his journey to become a champion and become someone like you. After a talk the mysterious coach had to leave. David, seriously, you have to go now. I need to investigate more about Team Flare and what they're up to. It was nice seeing them again. Leaving. Wait. What happened Toshi? Next time I challenge you to a fight and this time I won't lose. The aforementioned just kept walking while his Greninja followed him. We will fight the day you propose to Namuri, Yui, and Ryukyu. All Might just stood pale as David laughed and the trainer left the lab when an assistant came in. David, what do you need, boy? I just wanted to know who that guy was, sir, and how he knows so much about Mega Evolution. Believe it or not, that coach is much stronger than me. Impossible. David, Toshi is right, if we compare them he is much stronger. But as far as I know he is not a champion or a member of any high command. You're right standing up you remember the floor of the green-haired boy. Yes, but what is the point of that question? That coach is what young Midoriya wishes to become in the future, almost no one knows his name but that coach is the one who has defeated all the regional champions, he is a living legend and everyone knows him as. The Pokemon Master, Atomics. Our heroes had finally arrived at Relief City. Izumi, well look at the beach. Melissa, now I realize why it's such a tourist spot for athletes. Izuku, well let's go to a Pokemon Center and then explore the place more. So the boys headed to the Pokemon Center asking some questions. Izumi, excuse me, Nurse Joy, where will the performance take place? Joy, they're going to put a floating stage in the sea and spectators will be able to see it from boats, so don't worry, there are still 2 days left until the event starts, but you can already sign up. Showing them a tablet. Momo, very well signing up. Izumi, even if we are friends, don't think I'll make it easy for you challenging her. Momo, I don't expect it accepting the challenge. Melissa, okay then let's go to the gym. Kendo, this will be a piece of cake. Izumi, now that I realize Oni-chan you are not at a disadvantage. Momo, why do you say that? Kendo, the gym is rock type, I have the type advantage but Izuku has Pokemon weak to rock or his Pokemon's attacks are not very effective. Izuku, I still know I'm going to win encouraged. Melissa, so let's go. The boys walked until they found the gym which was inside a mountain. Izumi, whistling this is really taking Pokemon battles to another level. Izuku, what are we waiting for? Let's go in at once. Upon entering, they could see how the interior of the gym was decorated with climbing walls and a small mountain that at the top seemed to be the gym leader. Assistant, welcome to the Relief City Gym, everyone comes to challenge the leader I ask with doubt. Momo, not just the two of them pointing at Izuku and Kendo we just came to watch the fight. Assistant, okay, you guys follow me and as for you guys pointing to both challengers to get to the gym leader you'll have to climb up to him. Izuku, then there's no time to waste. Kendo, turning his cap let's go. So both began to climb the wall with Midoriya having the advantage. Izuku this is Fa. Taking a false step Kendo, kya. Izuku had fallen, taking Kendo with him on the spot, reaching the ground and having a situation that would mark their lives. Izuku, since when is the ground soft, opening his eyes, oh damn. Izuku had ended up falling on Kendo, his hands accidentally landing on her shoulders. He quickly pulled back, flustered, realizing their awkward position. Izuku, our faces are so close. Their faces accidentally brushed against each other as they landed, making Kendo's cheeks turn bright red. Kendo, Izuku, get off. A strong blow was received by Izuku as Kendo climbed the wall at an abnormal speed. Kendo, it was just a kiss, but it was with my Izuku, a playful smile formed on his face, his hands made me feel weird in that kiss. She took a deep breath, trying to calm down after the unexpected fall. Kendo, that was unexpected. Izuku, that was embarrassing. I should focus on my battle. Remembering what he came for concentrate first I have to beat the leader and then think about that, also downloading his gaze who would notice a loser like me. After a few minutes he managed to reach the top where the girls and a Kendo who looked at him flirtatiously making him nervous were waiting for him. Welcome to my gym, I hope you're ready because I won't give you my medal so easily. A man with a stocky body wearing a red jacket along with a metal mouth cover and spiky red hair caught the boys' attention. Izuku, the gym leader of Relief City and former member of the Elite Four. All, Crimson Riot. Crimson, well, you young lady who went up first will be the first and if you beat me I will give you my medal. Izuku, good luck Kendo. Kendo, thanks Izu winking at him. Izumi, Oni-chan what happened while they were climbing here showing a terrifying look. Melissa, I'm curious too. Momo, don't worry, we won't hurt you, I'm just curious. Izuku, let's watch the fight. Referee, very well, the battle between the gym leader and the challenger is about to begin. Watching Kendo you will be able to use your entire team while the leader will only be able to use 2 Pokemon, it was made clear. Crimson/Kendo yes. Referee, okay then choose your Pokemon. Kendo okay Makuhita, I trust you. Makuhita, I'm hungry, scratching his stomach. Crimson, well Amora let's show him our resistance. Amora, I hope you last for the warm-up, chubby. Makuhita, I'm not fat, I just have a lot of muscle, excusing himself. Amora, whatever. Referee, good start. Crimson, use Aurora Beam. Kendo, dodge it. The prehistoric Pokemon launched a rainbow beam freezing everything in its path but was dodged by Makuhita. Kendo, another type of ice with a twitch. Crimson, now use Rock Tombstone, don't let it react. Amora out of my sight. Several rocks emerged around Amora and headed towards Makuhita who only covered himself trying to mitigate the damage. Crimson, now use Past Power. Kendo, block it. Multiple rocks hit Makuhita again, worrying Kendo. Izuku let's go Kendo. Kendo, I can't lose, Makuhita uses Bulk. Crimson, Rock Toppler again. The attack hit again but this time the rocks were destroyed showing Makuhita making multiple poses while a reddish aura enveloped him. Crimson, damn Amora won't take a hit, keep your distance with Ice Beam. Kendo, come closer. Makuhita, it's time for revenge. Amora, not if I freeze you first. Blue rays came out of the prehistoric Pokemon's mouth and were dodged by Makuhita as he got closer and closer. Crimson, past power. Kendo catch them. All, what-ee. The impact created a smokescreen and when it dissipated, Makuhita was smiling while holding in one hand all the rocks that had been thrown at him. Amora, oh hell. Kendo, give them back. Makuhita, here. With his increased attack he returned all the rocks to Amora which did not do much damage but Makuhita had achieved his goal being face to face. Kendo hold it. Crimson, use lightning O. Kendo, clapping. Slam. Makuhita held him by the neck and with his other hand charged him with energy, hitting him in the face, slamming him against the ground. Kendo, don't stop. Makuhita, here, here, here. He repeatedly hit it increasing the size of the crater and after a few seconds Amora was weakened. Referee, Amora cannot continue, the winner is Makuhita. Kendo, we did it. Makuhita, W5 hugging his trainer. Crimson, his style reminded me of Nana's, smiling good Rhyhorn show them the power of the rock types. Makuhita just looked at that Pokemon with some fear and our boys Pokemon cheered for Makuhita. Rowlet, you can do it Makuhita. Torchic, show him you're strong. Baneri, you already have him, just knock him out. Fletchlinder, cheer up whispering although I would have done better. Back to the battle. Crimson, let's start with Quake Ravage. Kendo, resist it. A mini earthquake shook the entire area damaging Makuhita and reducing its speed. Kendo, now it's too slow, I'll have to wait for it to attack. Crimson Rock Tomb. Kendo, stop it with a push. The thrown rocks were stopped by Makuhita who was visibly tired. Makuhita, kneeling, damn I'm at my limit. Crimson, finish him off with Goring. The Pokemon charged hard, knocking him out. Referee, Makuhita cannot continue therefore Rhyhorn is the winner. Kendo, you did well friend now go meditate. Kendo, meditation. Crimson Rock Tomb. Meditite, thanks to his speed managed to dodge Rhyhorn's attack and meditating increased his attack. Crimson, Quakebreaker. Kendo, detection and then once again meditation. Blocking the attack he managed to increase his attack again. Kendo, get close and use Palm. Crimson, Goring. They both approached ready to attack. Kendo, jump and use backslap. The Pokemon jumped and landed on Rhyhorn's back, starting to constantly pat his back. Crimson, taking advantage of the fact that he has no arms and can't reach it, Rhyhorn, take it away. Kendo, clapping. Meditate, do me a favor and lose. The blow was enough for Rhyhorn to give in and fall defeated, giving Kendo the victory. Crimson, well now you young man show me that you are worthy of the medal. Izuku, good. Referee, you know the rules now let the battle between the gym leader and the challenger begin. Izuku, let's go Pichu. Pichu, I'm excited sparks flying. Crimson, then go Onix. The huge Pokemon appeared, making the field shake a little, making the boys nervous, and a terrified Pichu who saw it as a monster turned to see his trainer, trembling and with teary eyes. Pichu, me. Sniff, he's going to sniff kill me. Izuku, you can Pichu. Pokemon, yes you can. Onix, I just hope I don't crush you. Pichu, hi. Referee, start. Crimson, Quakebreaker. Izuku quick attack and get on it. Following the order, Pichu managed to get on the Onix before being hit by the attack. Izuku, now use Machination. The small Pokemon uses its move frantically, considerably increasing its attack. Izuku, now use Thundershock. Crimson, stupid. A large yellow current illuminated the stadium as Pichu used all his energy to damage it as much as he could but Onix didn't even flinch. Melissa, Izuku, Onix is also a ground type. Izuku, oh damn. Crimson get him away. Onix managed to shake off the rodent a few times and hit it with his tail, knocking it to the ground. Izuku, Pichu. The Pokemon was unresponsive due to the electricity overload. Crimson, finish him off with Quakebreaker. Broom. The little Pichu flew away weakening. Referee, Pichu can't continue so Onix is the winner. Izuku, you did well little one carrying him take care of him Izumi. Izumi, why yes. Izuku, well Honedge finish him off. Crimson, Rock Grave. Izuku, Cortrage. The chalk Pokemon hit each rock, destroying it. Crimson, get close and use Iron Tail. Izuku, dodge it. Due to his size, Honedge was able to dodge Onyx's attack and hit him with Fury Cut, but it was still not very effective. Izuku, increase your attack with Sword Dance. Honedge, I feel stronger. Crimson Roar. Grow. The powerful roar made Honedge return to his Pokeball and Rowlet came out, who was confused. Izuku, what just happened? Crimson Roar has the Pokemon switch with another now iron-tailed Onyx. Izuku, fly and use Sharp Leaf. Rowlet flew, throwing small leaves from its wings, considerably damaging Onyx. Crimson, Rock Grave. Izuku, Foliage. The rocks flew out but some were deflected by Rowlet, although those that were not deflected managed to hit him and he was greeted by an iron tail. Crimson, Rock Toppling once more. Izuku Sharp Blade. The attacks collided but Rowlet's won, hitting Onyx, damaging him much more than other times. Izuku, Thicket seeing a green aura surround Rowlet. Rowlet, come on mutated snake, I can do it's all you have. Crimson, don't get distracted, use Rock Tombstone again. Izuku, fly and use Foliage in the air. Miraculously, Rowlet, thanks to his ability and type advantage, was able to defeat Onyx, but ended up very tired. Crimson, you've impressed me. Challenging me with a Pokemon team at a disadvantage and defeating my Onyx is indeed admirable. Taking out a Pokeball, but this is where my luck ends. Go ahead, Tyrant. The rock Pokemon looked closely at Rowlet while letting out some grunts. Izuku Sharp Blade. Crimson, destroy them. Tyrant just opened his jaw and in one bite destroyed Rowlet's attack. Crimson, Rock Grave. Izuku, dodge it. Rowlet flew dodging the attacks but his tiredness was already noticeable. Crimson, Hia-Hey Jump and Tail Drive. The Pokemon obeyed and jumped to Rowlet's height and, turning its tail, it glowed green, hitting Rowlet. Izuku Rowlet. Crimson, now uses Rock Tombstone. The moment Tyrant hit the ground he screamed, causing rocks to fall from the ground and hit Rowlet, weakening him. Referee, Rowlet cannot continue, therefore Tyrant is the winner. Tyrant, you didn't even last me a snack. Izuku was panicking. Crimson Riot put him against the ropes and his last two Pokemon were useless against him, but he still had to try. Izuku, I trust you Fletchlinder. The aforementioned flew all over the field while landing looking at his rival with superiority. Fletchlinder, this will be easy, I've evolved and you don't know who I am. Tyrant just showed a smile showing his sharp fangs. Tyrant, my dog. Fletchlinder, what? 5 minutes later. Fletchlinder, I learned my lesson. I will no longer be proud. Now please get me out of here. Fletchlinder was chased by multiple tombstones of Tyrant who just laughed. Izuku, uses Nitrous Charge against the rocks and then towards Tyrant. Fletchlinder, understood. Covered in flames, the regional bird destroyed the rocks, increasing its speed and then ramming Tyrant multiple times. Momo, he's doing it. Izumi, let's go Oni-chan. Melissa and Kendo knew that was far from over. Crimson, on my signal. Just as Fletchlinder was hitting again. Crimson, bite. Opening its jaws, the fossil Pokemon unleashed a powerful bite on one of Fletchlinder's wings. Tyrant, you taste like chicken. Crimson, now throw it and finish it with Rock Smash. Such a combination knocked out Fletchlinder while Izuku launched his last hope Honedge, but only one bite was enough to end the battle. Izuku just ran away as fast as he could while the girls saw him sad, but a certain blonde decided to follow him. After the battle, Izuku healed his Pokemon and went out to the beach sitting on the sand meditating. Melissa Deku. Izuku, that name, turning around. There were only two people who had called him that in his life. The first was his friend/rival Bakugo and the other was a sweet girl he fell in love with as a child at a camp in the Kanto region, but after that he never saw her again. Or so he thought. In front of him was Melissa, but without her glasses, holding a small green handkerchief. Melissa, Deku, you remember me? A memory flooded his mind as a phrase kept repeating in his head. Don't give up until the end. Flashback. A little girl with blonde hair and some was walking aimlessly through the forest because her glasses easily fell off and she couldn't see anything, tripping over a rock and falling to the ground. Melissa, I hate this camp. Sniff, I miss my dad. Threatening to cry. Crack. A noise came from the bushes to which the blonde just closed her eyes waiting for its end. Poliwag. Melissa, ah. A small Poliwag was what had come out of the bushes and was starting to run. Izuku Poliwag, where the hell are you? Following the Pokémon, a little Izuku had appeared, and upon seeing the little girl, his attention focused more on her. Izuku, are you okay? The little girl didn't respond because she didn't see who it was and she was suspicious. Izuku, oh, this must be yours, I found them lying near here, handing him his glasses. Now you're okay. Melissa could only point to her knee, which was scraped. Melissa, it hurts a lot. Izuku, don't worry, I know how to fix it. The green-haired man sat down and took a handkerchief out of his pocket and used it as a bandage on the girl. Izuku, moving his hands, now it costs, he'll heal. Melissa, it still hurts. Izuku stood up, extending his hand to the little blonde. Izuku, don't give up until the end, showing a smile that made the little girl blush. Melissa, infected by the green-haired boy's confidence, grabbed his hand and was quickly drawn towards him, forming a hug, making the little girl blush. Izuku, see if you could now come, we have to return with the others. They both headed back to the camp, still holding hands, marking a beautiful memory in the blonde's heart. End of flashback. Izuku, you were that girl back then? No, the one with the straw hat. Melissa, I missed you too, Deku. Izuku, why didn't you tell me before? Melissa, I thought you'd remember me, looking down. Izuku, Melissa, don't worry, your gym battle is more important now. Izuku, there's no point, it's impossible to beat him. The blonde would approach the green-haired man, extending her hand to him. Melissa, you lost, but I know you will get up and try again. After all, never give up until the end. Izuku, you're right, accepting the gesture. Now I must plan a new strategy to defeat the leader. Melissa, that's the attitude. Izuku, thank you very much, Melissa, I don't know what I would have done without you. Melissa, why no W, you're welcome, extremely blushing. Izuku, okay, let's do this. Both boys returned to the Pokémon Center, and at the training camp Izuku took out his Pokémon. Izuku, okay guys, it's time to get serious. All the Pokémon nodded except Fletchlander, who was in the fetal position. Fletchlander, fire, flying, rock, dinosaur, a lot of pain. Rowlet, wow, Fletchlander was very traumatized. Honedge, understand, she was basically that tyrant's pawn. Izuku, well, thanks to Melissa I have an idea of how we can win this. From his backpack he took out a disc that had Mount 51 written on it. Izuku, Fletchlander, you are the only one capable of learning this movement. Fletchlander, no way, you saw what Tyrant did to me, I was literally his toy, crying comically. Izuku, I know you're scared, but I need your help to face Crimson Riot. Fletchlander, I'll try. Pichu, you can do it, Fletchlander. Izuku, then let's change the strategy, smiling. Melissa, no, make it up. Kendo, this has to be a joke. Izumi, Oni-chan, embarrassed. From the Pokémon Center Izuku and his Pokémon had left, but the notable thing was that Izuku was wearing only shorts, making the ladies blush and making his companions jealous, and he and his Pokémon were wearing sunglasses. Izuku, very well Fletchlander, Pichu, you are the basis of my plan, so let's get to work. Fletchlander/Pichu, hi. Fletchlander was flying, dodging attacks from Rowlet and Pichu while his wings flashed a silver color. Izuku, you can. Fletchlander, yes I can, yes I can. Fletchlander's wings turned silver and he managed to strike Rowlet. Izuku, we did it. Fletchlander, let's see whose pawn is whose pawn. Now Pichu was dodging multiple attacks while he put his hands together and a small sphere of electricity was formed. Izuku, Pichu used Thunder Wave. Pichu, 5 Chuu. The small sphere split, hitting the 3 Pokémon and paralyzing them. Izuku, excellent. With Rowlet and Honedge he trained their speed and strength so they could fight harder against the gym leader's Pokémon. In another scene Izuku and his Pokémon team were praying to an image of the Helix fossil. The girls watched with a blush and some embarrassment as Izuku made several karate poses and his Pokémon imitated him. Izuku, I've always wanted to do this, imitating the crane pose. Needless to say, Rowlet and Pichu imitated their trainer. Izuku, we did it. The Pokémon, yes. The training session ended with everyone jumping. End of song. The next day Izuku and company returned to the gym looking for revenge. Crimson, I see you're back for revenge. Izuku, this time victory will be mine. Crimson, then let's get started, Onyx. Izuku, Go Pichu. Crimson, you'll start with the doubtful again. Izuku, this little one will surprise you this time, now come closer with quick attack. Crimson, drive him away with rock tombstone. Onyx threw multiple rocks but the little Pichu dodged them very easily. Crimson, he became faster than last time, Iron Tail. Izuku, jump and use Thunder Wave. Pichu, this time I will be the one who causes you fear. Onyx, oh shit. Pichu jumped and gathering energy in his hands threw it at the Onyx, paralyzing him. Crimson, Onyx worried. Izuku, Pichu is useless against Onyx but by changing charm for Thunder Wave I have the paralysis factor. Pichu returns, returning to the Pokémon. Go ahead Fletchlinder. Crimson, Rock Tomb once again. Izuku, destroy them with Nitrous Charge. Fletchlinder, aye sir. The Collision Bird engulfed itself in flames and destroyed every rock. Crimson, I won't fall for your tricks again. Onyx jumps an Iron Tail. The Pokémon jumped as its tail glowed silver. Izuku, he fell into the trap, dodge it and use Steel Wing. Crimson Wing. Kendo of Melissa Steel. Fletchlinder, take this, you rock bastard. His increased speed made it easier for him to dodge the attack and with his illuminated wings he landed 2 hits on Onyx, managing to injure him. Izuku, keep it up Fletchlinder. Fletchlinder, this isn't over yet. After several blows, Onyx had finally fallen and with that, 1 step closer to winning the medal. Momo, you're almost there Izuku. Kendo, you can do it. Izumi, cheer up Oni-chan. Crimson, forward Tyrant. The prehistoric Pokémon made its presence felt, creating a tense atmosphere. Tyrant, you came for another beating. Fletchlinder, I'll make you eat every word, you stupid rock with legs. Crimson, Dragon Tail. Izuku, Nitro Charge. Both attacks collided creating a smokescreen. Crimson, Rock Grave. Izuku, destroy them with Steel Wing. Fletchlinder made his way through the rocks and was finally able to hit Tyrant. Izuku, keep it up. Fletchlinder, you don't need to tell me. He brutally attacked Tyrant again and again, but received 2 rock smashes, leaving him very wounded. Izuku finish it with Wing. Crimson Meteor Dragon. A sphere of energy shot out of Tyrant's mouth into the sky and as it exploded, splitting into multiple spheres, Izuku had a twitch in his eye while Fletchlinder panicked. Fletchlinder, Dinosaur Son of A. Izuku, dodge it. Even with his increased speed, Fletchlinder could not dodge all the meteors, receiving some and impacting the ground completely weakened. Crimson, I like your determination, now let's see if you are able to overcome this obstacle. Izuku, you did great Fletchlinder, now rest. The girls, you can do it Izuku. Izuku, okay friend, I trust you, I'll leave the rest to you, Rowlet. Crimson, Rock Grave. Izuku Sharp Blade. The attacks of both Pokémon collided. Izuku, come closer and use Foliage. Crimson, defend yourself with a Dragon Tail. Both began with an exchange of attacks where neither gave in. Crimson, Comet Draco. Izuku, fly and dodge it. But the little Rowlet couldn't take the full attack and fell to the ground. Kendo, you can do it Rowlet. Izumi, show him who's boss. Izuku, come on Rowlet, don't give up until the end. Rowlet, I can still fight Chi. A light-covered Rowlet who grew taller and grew a lock of hair. Dartrix, now the fossil Ursaring is loaded. Crimson, awesome. Pokédex, Dartrix the sharp feather Pokémon attacks its prey and enemies by throwing surprisingly sharp feathers at them. It almost always hits. Momo, it has evolved Amazed. Izuku, amazing, now Dartrix uses Sharp Leaf. Crimson, Rock Grave. Dartrix's attack was more powerful, hitting Tyrant and making him retreat. Crimson, Comet Draco. Izuku, Foliage. Dartrix, don't even think I'll let you do it. Before the attack was launched, Dartrix launched his Leaf Tornado at the Pokémon's Dibula, causing it to choke on its own attack. Crimson Tyrant worried. Izuku, let's finish this, use a Sharp Blade. Dartrix Aura. And with that attack Tyrant was pushed to his limit and fell weakened. Izuku, we did it. Dartrix, we won. Izuku hugged Dartrix as the girls joined in the celebration, but the green-haired boy, upon seeing Melissa, went straight into her arms and hugged her, even lifting her up. Melissa, Izuku blushing and happy. Izuku, thank you for everything, without you I couldn't have done it. Melissa, we're a team, remember? Stroking her cheek, all of us. They both began to approach slowly while their breaths mixed, their lips touched ready to join. Kendo/Izumi/Momo, ahem. They both returned to reality and walked away blushing and embarrassed. Crimson, congratulations on your victory. As proof of this I award you the medal and the Mount Rock Knocker. Izuku, my second medal kneeling, thank you Fossil Helix, your wisdom led me to victory. Izumi, with a drop of sweat I shouldn't have taken him to that convention. As they left the gym, Izumi and Momo stopped, drawing everyone's attention. Izumi, now. Momo, our time to shine. Izumi/Momo, it's going to start showing determination.